Good morning everyone, and welcome back to this next leg of our island walk, where we will be walking from the west coast to the east coast of Aruba. Good morning, Dushi.
Good morning.
And yeah, we are in front of the Bucuti Tara where we left off the last time. If you are new to this channel, my name is Airo, she is Marlene. And yeah, without further ado, let's start this walk. And we'll explore parts of the Manchebo Beach and parts of possibly the Divi Beach, depending on how the walk goes. And this morning we are starting the walk at around 8:20, more or less. And we can notice some pretty large waves for this side of the island compared to the last video, as we are again noticing some seagrass at the shore. Nothing major like we had a few weeks back, where I made an update of it. But I would say more or less it would not be very smart to be swimming today, especially if you're not a good swimmer. I would not recommend it. I don't see the red flags up.
I was searching for it.
Yeah, sometimes they put the red flags. Oh, I see one way over there, so we will pass by it. And yeah. And also something I want to briefly address, and I want to say hello to the folks that joined us during the previous walk. So Jairo, Maria, Magdalena and Chris. We want to thank them for joining us during the previous walk. As we are walking, we learn, we make mistakes, and our excuse is still for them. And me trying to get to a certain point of the walk, I was walking a little bit faster than I really wanted to, and some of them could perhaps not keep pace, and that's very understandable. Walking on a beach can be sometimes very hard for some, and even for me sometimes it's also hard. I even fell down, which was funny, but my excuses, guys, and we learn from this, and next time we have folks walking with us, we'll go on a slower pace. And one major change that we decided to make is to not put an end point to the walk necessarily. So in that way we can go either a little bit faster or a little bit slower if we need to. All right, and we want to keep the videos not too long, preferably. We had one walk where it was around an hour, and while we covered quite a good part of the island, an hour walk is for some a little bit too long to watch. So that is that, and we can see some folks walking way down here, and a guy trying his luck at the waves. Some folks use this as an opportunity to do some bodyboarding. I don't think in this area surfing, but I have seen it before. And back here we got the Manchebo now already, Manchebo Resort, and we'll walk past, coming up ahead, the Aruba Beach Club, Casa del Mar, more or less. Now, after this walk, I promised Marlene that we will be getting some coffee because we have not yet this morning because of other commitments. So coffee makes the day better.
Coffee is happiness.
I don't remember seeing this like this this part so high.
Oh,
You could literally fall
it's
down
very
there.
high.
See how high it is. It's basically chest high for most. That's how high it is. Now we see one of the first red flags. These are often put just by the hotels and not per se by the government. And it's an indication that preferably no swimming, especially in this area. You can see why with the large rocks in the water. It is to protect this area, protect this beach. And we'll have a chance to take a look at the beach coming up at the Casa del Mar and possibly the Divi, at least part of it, and see how it is doing. It's a very pleasant morning so far, temperature-wise. We did have a fairly hot day yesterday after a few days of, I would say, not so hot weather for Aruba at least. By the way, this is the Ricardo's restaurant. And yeah, one of the favorites for dining, seaside dining on the island. The hotel workers already making sure that everything is put back in case it gets worse. I'm trying to recall if these stones were already there, and I cannot recall if they are newly put here during the last storm. And when I talk about storm, maybe you have no idea what I'm talking about. A couple of weeks back, we had like a storm. It wasn't a hurricane. So let's try that again. The camera just stopped on me, and hopefully we are able to recover the file. And the intention is to also film this in one shot. Oh, look at the tugboat. See it? Usually that's when a new cruise ship or ship. Oh, there is a new ship, I think. Yeah. Wow, large one. That's the reason why. So when a new cruise ship is in port, they usually do that. If you are not familiar with that. And it's a beautiful sight. Maybe you could do it for your short channel.
I'm trying.
Yeah, let's take a brief stop here anyway to show you a few things. So this is the Casa del Mar. Already passed the Aruba Beach Club. Marlene's trying to get some shots. We can definitely see things going on here that are going to make our walk a little bit more difficult. The water is definitely back, and I do see a guy out here trying to catch some waves, but it doesn't seem that, let's just say, that bad. And that means that the waves on this side are not as high. Morning. Morning. Somewhere on our left, and hopefully we won't fall. Here is the Matthew's restaurant. So here is the Matthew's restaurant, and yeah, very popular also. But if we take a look, this is pretty bad again. This is pretty bad again. It's just maybe even less than a meter to the wall. So hopefully it won't get worse than this. Wow. It's not often referred to as such, but this area is officially called Punta Bravo, and morning. Morning. And the name for us says it all. It is a very you know, difficult point, let's just say. Let's just walk a little bit past these folks that are trying to just get some space. So we are trying to get back to the recording. Again, the camera doing its thing and not collaborating much this morning. Hopefully this video will be able to go with some editing, with some cutting and pasting. And no idea why it is doing it this morning. It says something about the setting. I am using a GoPro 11, and says something about the SD card. So we have come to one of the first parts that I thought, well, we could start maybe from here, or sorry, to end here, more or less, which is in between the Divi Resort, which is this one, and the one we just passed, Casa del Mar. We're gonna take a look now at the next beach, which will start as the Divi Beach. And here, while it looks, at least this part looks okay, there's a very delicate part. And definitely the Divi Resort has certainly not recovered yet from the previous damage. That is for sure. I will take you just a little bit further up. Before we close this one. And so from here, more or less, we'll be starting our next walk. And we want to thank you for watching this one. And yeah, see you in the next one. We'll put in the community tab where our next walk will be. Hopefully next time we'll walk up to more or less the Divi Resort, well, which we see up there.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, check out her channel, Travel Dutchie, and subscribe as well. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you.